So I spent the last 90 days getting shredded and have molded what I consider to be a somewhat decent physique. I learned a lot of things throughout this process, like creating my own workout routines and learning how to live with a sweet tooth without reducing my caloric intake by 300 from a single piece of cake with no nutritional value. I mean, seriously, you'd be surprised by how many calories are in such seemingly small pieces of food. That's not even something I was aware of until I started tracking my calories. But that brings me into my first point. Track your calories. This is the single most beneficial thing you can do because it's realistically the only thing you need to do. I mean, if we look back at the 300 calorie cake slice from earlier, I'd eat shit like that a decent amount throughout that challenge and still kept my body fat low because I was always tracking. But it's a double-edged sword, right? Because I could either have all of this for the same amount of calories that also gives me nutritional value, especially in the way of protein, or I could have this piece of cake which benefits me in no way but it tastes better. Treat yourself. Like at the beginning I was so good at avoiding anything that wasn't just chicken breast, but it gets so boring so fast to eat that over and over. But that brings me to my next point. Learn recipes. Now I don't want to give myself too much credit. I don't want to be that guy, but I do make some bomb ass food that's super low on calories. Stay tuned to see those. But yeah, I'm not even someone that hates on this style of food. In fact, I actually like it. But if it ended up getting hard for me due to repetition, I know it can get hard for a lot of you guys, which will then throw you off your game, which is exactly what we don't want. Another thing that can help during the cut is to be distracted with work, whether it be through a job or a sport or hell, even me editing these videos. Whenever I got something I gotta do, I obviously can't eat at the same time. So I end up doing that first before I eat anything. Perks of this method is you'll end up having a lot more calories to expend. You gotta think of these calories as currency. Like, you can go over this number, but if you do, you're gonna be a little fucked. But hey, silly little snacks don't count though. Alright, and my last tip, spam leg raises. I do these every day in a super set between my dips, pull-ups, and squats. Super good exercise, and once you get to the point where you can add on weight, you'll truly discover what an entire abdominal pump feels like. Now, of course, it doesn't just have to be leg raises. I also do weighted sit-ups and that one oblique movement. And I know there's a lot of people who actually don't train abs once they get shredded, and I could probably stop myself too. But I low-key get scared. I'd be out here rubbing my stomach, making sure I still got my abs after every meal. But that's probably just a me thing. Spent 90 days doing that goddamn shredding challenge. I'm not about to lose them. But yeah, those are my tips. If you have any specific questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I respond to everybody, even the haters. But until next time, stay tuned.